Oh, great. So this is a thing now. Because, I was just thinking, you know what the world needs? More fucking Equestria girls! So I watched the trailer. It's less than a minute long, and most of it is spent with the Human Six singing this generic pop song that failed to get me invested in the movie in any regard. One thing I did find kind of weird about the song, though, is that they're trying to pass this off as a rock song, with the Human Six wearing what looks like Kiss makeup and the fact that Rainbow's playing an electric guitar. Speaking of the music, Daniel Ingram tweeted that Rainbow Rocks is going to have 12 songs in it? Really? Equestria Girls had 5 songs in it, and they sounded mostly the same. At least for the trailer of the first movie, they put in the best song, helping Twilight win the crown, and that song was at least catchy. Shake Your Tail was just kinda... eh. Oh, and since Rainbow Rocks will have a bigger musical focus, guess who will probably have a larger role? That's right, every pony. Hide your kids, hide your waifus, cause he's stealing every pony up here. Hopefully this time he gets some character development, but I'm not holding my breath. Now, I gotta ask, what's Twilight doing in the human world again? It's not like one of the elements is in there this time or something. Maybe she just got some downtime in the pony world and she wanted to give her human friends a quick hello? Maybe they were putting a band together and human Twilight showed up and human Rainbow asked Twilight if she had any experience singing, and Twilight was all like, "You have no idea." So my guess for this movie is that it'll end up as some type of Battle of the Bands thing, and first place prize is something that Rainbow really wants or something. Why Rainbow? Well, that title might give a clue. Speaking of rainbows, we finally have some confirmation about what those rainbow-powered toys were about, and given the whole rainbow eyes thing that's been prevalent throughout Season 4, I'd be willing to bet that that's related. Although, the rainbow-powered toys are in their pony forms, and unlike the trailer for the first movie, there's no sign of the actual ponies. So I guess they got me somewhat interested in the movie, if only to figure out how all these pieces fit together. Not a great sign when the thing that sells you on the movie is that you need to watch it just to see how all this zaniness makes sense. But here's something that really annoyed me. How in the hell did the Human Six go into their elemental forms, or whatever the hell they're called, without the use of the elements? It looked like they go superpowered when they're just playing music, without the elements. What? Are they saying that the power of music is just as powerful as the power of friendship? What kind of Kiss Saves Christmas bullshit is this? And what the fuck is wrong with those diamond dogs? Look, I know it's a teaser trailer, and I know I shouldn't be getting this upset over this, but I have yet to see one person say, "Yep, glad this is coming out." Even the people who liked Equestria Girls 1 think that this is a dumb move. I will still end up watching the movie, but like what I did with the first movie, I'm certainly not going to go to the theaters to watch it, and I won't be buying the Blu-ray version either, because doing so would send the message to Hasbro that I want more of this crap. But well, let me give you my master's thesis of movie sequels. I've seen good movies produce good sequels. I've seen good movies produce bad sequels. I've seen bad movies produce bad sequels. But I don't think I've ever seen a bad movie produce a good sequel. An adequate sequel maybe, or at least something that's a bit better than the original, but I've never seen the first movie flop, but its sequel be great. And that's why I'm worried about Rainbow Rocks. I was at least able to hype myself up for the first movie by envisioning that it would be 1 part Friendship is Magic and 1 part Sailor Moon, even though it ended up being about 1 part Friendship is Magic, 2 parts Monster High, and 15 parts High School Musical. With this in mind, I just don't see a scenario where Rainbow Rocks succeeds, unless you count toy sales, in which case, congrats in advance, Hasbro, for your massive success, you greedy bastards! See y'all later. On a slightly more positive note, more fan art! This one was made back when I did those video game covers, but it's still awesome, so here's one from Groxy Cybersoul. This sweet one was made by Zombie Collie and was intended as the thumbnail for a review of Bats that Buck Brony and I did. By the way, I don't think I've ever mentioned this, but if you haven't seen that yet, I'll leave a link in the description. We did a great job dissecting that episode. And then there's this piece from the uber-talented Lethal Aurora Mage. And let me ask you something, Mage. Was this comment a self-fulfilling thing? Because this is so cool! Thanks, guys. Love this stuff. You guys are amazing. See y'all later.